On today's show, we get up close with American Airlines to explore the importance of corporations supporting HBCUs. Plus, we get the pulse of the people regarding the importance of financial literacy. And we get inside the tour zone to learn why Fisk and TSU students chose HBCUs. And Hill gets one-on-one with TSU student Ashley as she talks about the impact that Letters to a Young Sister has had on her life. And in today's Spotlight...
So what are we describing right now? What forced the architects to make two different decisions about the framework of these very similar homes? Environmental conditions, right? So they made two different choices based on environmental conditions.
All that and more today on Empower Me TV. The Self Show starts now. Hey, we're up close with American Airlines on the Empower Me Tour. I'm talking to Belinda. Let's talk about American Airlines' involvement in the HBCU Empower Me Tour and why that's so important.
Well, American Airlines have been a supporter of the United Negro College Fund for several years. And we were asked to support the Empowerment Tour, and we thought it was so important to get the word out to young men and women. And we say men, even though Hill Harper wrote a book about Letters to a Young Sister, Defining Your Destiny, but also the young men, because they need to know how important women are to our society and how important it is to respect them. So we thought the whole tour was very important for our young people as a whole.
Okay. And what are some of the goals and things that American Airlines is looking to gain from being a part of this HBCU tour?
Well, one of the unique opportunities we have is the opportunity to work with HBCUs. And we have a recruiting effort going on for current job positions that we have available. Not only at American Airlines, but American Eagle.
Okay.
So we're going to reap the benefits of the rewards of some of the wonderful young talent from some of these HBCUs.
Okay. And how important is it for, in your opinion, organizations like UNCF, the Wachovia Foundation, American Airlines to be involved in the HBCU process with these young people as far as their future is concerned?
It is very important. As a fact, they are our future. And I know that's sort of a cliche, but it's so important. They are our future. They're much more involved with technology, new ideas, fresh ideas, and they're going to be our future, propelling our companies forward.
Right.
So it's so important that we invest in our young people now. It's so important that we recruit them, nurture them, and I think that's part of what the Empowerment Tour is all about.
It's very important because the idea of money is so misconstrued and so misunderstood in a lot of different communities. So to understand that money is not just a tool to get where you want to go, but a tool to take you and your future, your seed where they want to go and even further for the future. Yeah.
2009 for me is going to be, and I know this word has been tossed around a lot, but a year of change. And I own my own personal business, so I'm all about now building a solid foundation, not only for myself, but for my business. And I think he'll hit on a few key points today, talking about the structure and your foundation and the things that you need to put in place. And so for me as a small business owner, I will take those things and put it into place to build my company. And also my personal financial situation as well.
I think it's wonderful that he came here and helped us to be financially literate, because a lot of students don't understand that after college, you're not guaranteed a career, especially with the economic crisis going on in the U.S. now. We need to understand that once we get out of college, we have debts to pay for student loans, and that you have to be able to balance your finances to pay those off and to live comfortably.
You got red cup, interviews, prizes, sponsors. Let's get inside the Tour Zone.
I think I have been able to experience more of my own culture through my attendance here, and I think it was just a really good experience. Like, everything I've experienced here has made me stronger, and I think it'll just keep me moving forward.
Fisk and Tennessee State University walked down Jefferson Street and we marched and we all sung together, and it was just a beautiful sight. And I talked to all my friends that go to different schools such as like Ohio State, Virginia Tech, and they haven't experienced things like that. So that right there makes me proud to go to HBCU.
It's extremely imperative to be financially literate due to the fact that, well, of course, the economy is not as strong as it used to be, and also credit cards and also everything else that a college student could be a pitfall for them as far as being financially stable. So I think it's very imperative, like I said, to be financially literate.
I decided to come here because I wanted to get out of my comfort zone, get away from what I've been used to. My high school was majority Caucasian, and so I've never been in an area with a lot of black people like myself. So I decided to come here to get that experience. And being here has made me more conscious about my environment, about my people, about helping my people. And I want to go into public health. I'm a biology major here right now, but I really want to go into public health to help out the communities, like Nashville community, our surrounding Davidson County. There's a lot of schools here that don't get enough funding, they don't get the proper education, and I want to be able to change that.
My experience with the Empower Me HBCU tour has been amazing in these couple of hours that I've been here, and now I have the opportunity to meet Hill Harper, the man behind the book Manifest Your Destiny, Define Your Destiny. This book has brought me through some tough times in my life. I can honestly say that I am a greater person, and I have a lot more focus and determination in my life because of his words. This feeling is amazing, and I am so happy to have it. I thank everyone that chose me and everyone that helped me today, because I get to meet my favorite author, and what is better than that?
Hello, my name is Amanda Colo. I'm a junior at Fisk University, and you are watching Empower Me TV.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Hill Harper, HBCU Empower Me Tour here at the incredible, beautiful, historic Fisk University, Nashville, Tennessee. And I'm sitting next to an incredible freshman woman, Ashley Taylor, who actually is a student at TSU. Ashley, hello.
Hello, I am a student at the Tennessee State University, mass communications major from Memphis, Tennessee, and I love Big Blue Country. I love it. I bleed blue. I chose to attend TSU because my family went there. My father went there. I have aunts and uncles that went there, their cousins that go there. An HBCU experience is unlike any other, and I am so proud of Big Blue Country. I bleed blue now. Since my first day, the family atmosphere, the people that talk to me, I've never met a person that doesn't say, you can do it, your dreams are just big and bold, and go after them, and I appreciate that so much. Coming from Memphis, a big family, then going to a big college is the best thing that could have happened.
Okay, so you talked about dreams. What are some of your dreams?
Well, I love journalism. Writing is my passion, so I hope to become the CEO of Vibe magazine before I reach the age of 40, and then once I retire, become a guidance counselor at an area high school.
Okay, and what are some of the things that you're doing to achieve the goals of being editor-in-chief of Vibe?
Well, right now I write for the Meter newspaper, and I cover issues from hardcore news to sports to music. Then I've also written a lot of short stories that have been published as well. And then I recently, I'm working on my own type of book that has like a lot of issues that I deal with in my life, like my family issues and just being a black woman trying to do the very best that I can, inspired by you, because you taught me through this book that I can do so many things, and I really do thank you, because one time there was this point in my life that I struggled with so much, and once I read your book, you taught me that I can do anything, and I have set forth to do all of it.
Well, it's true. There's nothing you can't do. So tell me, let's look at one of the tabs in the book. Let's okay. See, what do we have? What is it? You tab that tab. For what reason?
This was the introduction to Gabrielle Union. Yes, and I was just amazed by her story. You would never think that she went through so much, but for her to share it with us, and she allowed herself to be vulnerable. That was an amazing, that took a lot of courage, and I really do thank her, because some of that same stuff I went through myself, just feeling insecure and alone at times, but she pulled herself up, and I did the same thing.
Absolutely, and it's funny you mentioned that. I think that her being willing to be so honest in the book, it comes out of, you know, our friendship for years and years and years, and her, you know, she and I having conversations about, you know, folks need to hear the stories, you know, and I talk to other entertainers who don't tell their true stories, and they put out some type of unreal version, and then people try to follow in their footsteps, and they're following the unreal version, you know, and I talk about journey, you know, and the fact that we all go on a journey. We all have to take these steps, and so it's great that you noticed that.
Yeah.
UNCF presents the HBCU Empower Me Tour, hosted by actor and best-selling author Hill Harper. The HBCU Empower Me Tour is designed to empower a movement among all young people, motivating them towards academic excellence and personal responsibility, and focusing them on building financial knowledge and assets to chart their own destiny. The tour also featured the HBCU Empower Me Tour Zone, where students will get the Hollywood experience, have your picture taken on the red carpet, meet corporate recruiters, and enjoy giveaways from our sponsors. For more information, tour dates, and to register, log on to empowermetour.org.
Because there's something I want to teach you all about. That I believe the reason why many of us get derailed in our process to achieving our goals and dreams is because of something very simple. And that's fear. It's deep-seated fear. So we feel like we either have to go along with people that are taking us a different direction because we're afraid not to. We feel like we're not actually going to have the courage to step out and make a choice. But for me, if you've read my books, fear stands for false evidence appearing real. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Because the vast majority of fears that we have been projected onto us. That's why most of the older folk or adults or most mature folks you know are filled and riddled with fear. That's why most older folk you know have a ritualistic existence. A very safe, ritualistic existence. They take very little risk. They step out of their comfort zone very little. They go to new places, not very often. They meet new people, hardly ever. They put themselves in situations where they learn new things, not very much, because of fear. False evidence appearing real.
Join us next time as UNCF's HBCU Empower Me Tour stops in Greensboro, North Carolina. The Empower Me Tour is coming to an HBCU near you. UNCF presents Empower Me TV, brought to you by The Self Show, your #1 source for talk and entertainment for teens and young adults. Don't miss your chance to be empowered.